Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for clicking this video. Today's tutorial, I'd like to show you how I created this amazing church flyer like what you're seeing right now. So make sure you follow me step by step to get everything right. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so YouTube can recommend this video to other graphic designers out there. So in the first place, let's go ahead and click on File and click on New. So the rate for this particular flyer is 1080, while the height lights at 1080 and the resolution lights at 300. Then we click on Create. Now let's click on this lock to unlock the layer and click on FX and choose Gradient Overlay. Choose Gradient Overlay. So the color code for the Gradient Overlay on the right side happens to be 4E0202 and on the left side the color code happens to be FF6000. Then we click on OK and click on OK here. So let's go ahead and place our first resource. So we click on File and click on Place. I'll be placing the link to download the resources in the description, so you can go ahead and download the resources and follow the tutorial step by step. So I'll have to place my resource here. I have it here. So I'll click on File, and click on Place the resource. And now let's actually go to the blending options and choose an overlay for this. Let's actually choose a linear dodge. Let me check the blending option for this one that I used. Check the blending option. It's actually on an overlay. So let's choose overlay for this. Let's choose overlay, and now let's increase the size of this in this way. So let's increase the size of this, and now let's pick our eraser tool. Let's pick our eraser tool and erase this part. So we click and rasterize the layer. Now with our eraser tool, let's actually click and erase this part. So let's actually erase this part from the resource. We are much interested in the middle part. Alright, so we gentle erase it like this, and now we have to click on File and then Place. But before then, let's actually click on our ellipse and then draw a nice ellipse around it. So we draw a nice ellipse. So we Control Z. Let's choose an ellipse for this. So ellipse, and then draw. Make sure you press on your shift to have a nice ellipse, and then you draw your ellipse like this. And let's choose a nice color. So let's choose this color for the ellipse. And now we will have to go to Filter and then choose Blur and choose a Gaussian blur for this. And now we rasterize it like this. And now our blur should be around 120 pixels. 120 or 110 pixels will be okay. Then we click on OK. And now we have to go ahead and place the resource of the pasta. So we click on File and click on Place. So I have the resource here. And now let's actually place this here in the middle like this. And now let's click on the background again and go to File and go to Place Link. So we click here. I have my link, my resource here. I'll be putting the resource in the description. And if at all you are loving this tutorial, don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. If you are new on this channel, this is the first time seeing my video, make sure you subscribe. And this one, let's go to the blending options and choose Divide for this. So let's actually choose Divide for this. And before then, let's make sure our ellipse is beneath the thumb. Alright, so that it will glue like this. So let's right click here. Let's actually click on this thumb image and right click on it and choose Duplicate Layer. You can actually press Ctrl J to duplicate the layer as well. And now let's select it and then click on this part and then right click and choose flip horizontal for this. So you can actually use your mouse pointer to drag it to the left side, or you can press on shift and use your arrow keys to drag it to the left side. So I prefer using the arrow keys to drag it to the left side so that I can have a perfect image like this. I can have a perfect drag. Alright, so with this one, let's make sure we click on this image, the image of the pastor, and click on new layer. And now let's actually come to our brush tool, and now let's brush off this image like this and brush off this part. We actually don't want this part to be showing this much, so let's brush off these areas. So make sure we gentle brush these areas like this. We gently brush them. If at all it is affecting it too much, you can reduce the size of your brush. And now with this, let's actually open up the image of the thumb a bit. Let's open up the image of the thumb like this. And now we can actually, let's delete this first. And now let's actually reduce the size of this image. Reduce the size of this image. And now let's open this a bit up a bit like this. Alright, so let's do the same for this one. So you click and open the size. And now let's actually click on the image again, and then click on our layer, new layer, to create a new layer. And now let's actually select our brush tool and brush up this part. So let's brush up this part. And now we can gently brush this area. Alright, so it is looking perfect. As you can see, it looks good. And now we can actually open up our ellipse that we created. Let's find it here and then open up the ellipse like this to brighten up the background. We will open up the ellipse in this way. And now this image that we just added, the crown, we can actually bring the crown in like this. So use your arrow keys and then drag them in. Alright, so this is looking okay. So the next thing we have to do, let's check what we have to bring in. You can actually drag it if you want it to show much. You can actually drag it like this and then open it. Open the size of this as well. You can actually drag it and open the size, but we don't want this way, so Control Z to go back. Now let's actually send this one back like this. Alright, so with this, let's actually pick our type 2 and choose a horizontal type 2 and type in the Easter. Control A. So the font for the Easter, the name of the font is Freestyle. So FRESSTYLE. freestyle. I don't know why the font is not showing here. Let me search it here. So it's actually freestyle. So we open, let's open it and choose a size of 89.17. Then we click on enter, and now we have it open like this. So let's place it here, and now let's make sure we click on this to bolden up the font. Alright, so let's go ahead and then choose a gradient overlay for this particular font. So let's click on gradient overlay. Or we cannot, let's choose gradient overlay, so not color overlay. So gradient overlay. So I have my golden colors here. Alright, so let's choose this golden color and set it on linear. Now we can actually open it up like this. I have so many golden colors here. I don't actually remember the one I chose, but I think any of these ones looks very much better on the design. Or you can go with this, and this looks okay. So you can actually set it to any style you want. And now let's go to our bevel and emboss, and make sure the technique is on 53, while the size is on 3, the softening is 0. Then we choose our outer glow, and let's make sure we choose a red color and it's on normal, not screen. Let's change it to normal, and the opacity should be around 48. And then let's increase up a bit of the size, and then the spread to, let's add some small amount of spread to it. Then we click on OK. So as you can see, this part, the image is still showing. So let's choose our eraser, our brush tool, and then brush this part like this. Now let's shift this image up a bit, the image of the pasta. So with holding on shift, you can send it up like this. With the background, you can actually edit it how you want it. With how I actually shown you how we do it. So this is how we actually edit the background. So with this, we can possibly shift this one up like this. And now let's type in our convention. So the convention, we are going to use an MTN Brighter Sans font to type in the convention. So let's reduce the size. The size is supposed to be on 9. The font size is supposed to be 9. And the font is supposed to be MTN Brighter Sans. MTN Brighter Sans extra bold. And now we can type in convention. So Control A. And now let's choose this our alignment and type in move to and type in Control A and align it in the middle. Control D to select. So let's actually shape this in the middle beneath the image of the text, the Easter text. And now Control A to align it in the middle. Control D to deselect. This is how you can actually check your alignment. And now with the Easter convention, let's actually use this particular VA to bring them together and type Control A press Ctrl A and then choose the center alignment to align it in the middle. So now the next thing we will have to do, I think we will have to choose our line tool. So we have our line tool here and draw a nice line beneath this like this. Let's make sure it is equally the same as the size of the Easter. And now let's choose a white color for this. Let's use a white color. Now let's use our move tool to shift this one down a bit like this and press Ctrl J to duplicate this and bring this one beneath the other one like this. Now let's go ahead all the way. Let's go ahead and choose our shape tool and choose a rectangle shape tool and click and draw a nice rectangle like this. And let's choose a gradient overlay for this. So we click on this gradient here and choose this gradient overlay and let's make sure the angle is on 45 degrees. So we click here and type in 45 degrees and type OK. And now we can bring this here. So with this particular, let's send this up a bit and then let's click and send this to a bit down like this. And now we can copy in our text, which is theme. So let's copy our theme and bring it here. Alright, I actually want this tutorial to be very brief, but that's why I'm copying this. So he died for me. Let's copy this one here as well. And if at all we are done with this tutorial, I would like to show you how to check if your spellings are all correct without stressing yourself. So let's choose our type tool, our line tool, and draw a nice line in between. But make sure you press on shift to get a nice line, a straight line. And now let's choose a white color for this one as well. So let's choose a white color and then bring this one here. And now let's actually duplicate this particular shape. So Ctrl J to duplicate it. And now let's use our arrow keys to drag this one here. Now let's press on shift and then extend this to the end of this particular line like this. Alright, and let's go to our shape tool again. Let's click on the shape tool and then choose a gradient for this. We are going to choose a green gradient for this one. So let's click here and choose a green gradient. Now let's click this part as well and choose a light green for this. And let's make sure the angle is on 45 degrees as well. You can choose 45 or 50 degrees. Alright, so we have this angle, and now we have to copy this text as well. So 20th March 2025. Now let's paste this here. Alright, let's paste this here. And you have to draw this shape. We have some shape here, so we have to click on this, our shape tool, a rectangle shape tool, and draw a nice rectangle like this, and choose a green gradient color for this. We have the gradient here. So now let's double click and pick the color from this, straightforward. And now let's double click this part as well and pick the color from this one too. And we can as well make sure our gradient is on 45 degrees and we click on enter. So with this, if at all we want to add some editing to this, so we have to click here. So we choose your polygonal lasso tool. You select it here, you click to select your polygonal lasso tool, and now let's click here and click here as well, and click here Then let's make sure it turns 0. That means we have actually met our meeting point, and we click here like this. And the image, let's right click on the shape and then choose rasterize layer. And now make sure you press on Control and press on your top arrow key, and it will select this part like this, and you press on delete and delete it from there. And now let's choose our shape 2 again and draw a nice rectangle like this, and choose a white color for this. We actually choose a white color, and now we bring it, choose our move tool, and then move it all the way down like this. You can actually send this anywhere you think it will look perfect for you. So let's just copy this text. Let's click and copy this text and then paste it here. I'll actually show you how to check your spellings without moving up your eye when looking for word by word. That is actually stressful. Photoshop caters for all of those things. So we actually have to place it here. So it's Reverend Mary, and now let's go ahead and copy this particular logo and the name of the church and paste it here. So let's actually position it to a nice place like this, and make sure it aligns well with your design. And now things are looking perfect here. We've successfully designed it. So if you want to check your spellings, make sure you go to edit here and then choose check spellings. So it will actually be checking the spellings for you. So as you can see, it is checking the spellings. If everything is right, it will show you a prompt which says spell check. Alright, so as you can see, it says spell check complete. So we click on OK. This is actually looking nice. If at all you love this tutorial, don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel so YouTube can recommend this video to other graphic designers. Thank you for watching my video.